Okay, so tonight we are going to just talk about what our goals are and then how to put feet to those goals, right? So it's easy sometimes to, there's a quote that says that a dream without a plan is just a wish. And so we want to move from our wishes into things happening, right? And so I'm excited about that. But really quick, as we're getting started, everybody's just hopping on, I want you to really take a second, like for reals, everybody right now, and put in the chat why you joined. So if you've been in here for a day, awesome. Why did you join this business? Okay. If you've been in here for 5 years, take yourself back for a second. Why did you join this business? What was your hope or your goal, so to speak? What was your goal? Can you be specific about some things? Like for me, I'll be totally honest. My goal was to not lose money. That was an avoidant goal, but that was my goal. I'm like, I just don't want to lose money. Okay. So if you had a goal, which everybody did have some type of goal, what was it to join? Okay. And if you just joined, you might not be able to answer this next question yet, but what have you got towards that goal? Has that goal happened? What was it? Right. I remember Kelly, about 3 months in, she's like, I just want a stone. She wasn't a ruby yet. And she's like, I just want to be a stone. Okay. That's like my goal right now. And so what was your goal? And did it happen? Okay. I got my goal and a whole lot more. Yeah, story. Absolutely. So just looking for some specifics. Esty, you're saying for financial freedom to contribute to your family and take some stress off your husband. And now you just bought a house, right? I really want you guys to look at some of these things and go, because a lot of times we have these goals, or we almost have like these inside things that we're scared to speak out, or we're scared to dream for ourselves. But if you are, and if you're in that position, what is your goal? I might have a goal for you. Like if you joined, like personally enrolled with me, I might have a goal for you. The person you personally enrolled with has a goal for you. But what is your goal? What is something that you're like, when you dig deep, what do you want this business to do for you? Okay, so now that some people are saying what they've gotten out of it, what's next? Some of you are at a place of what's next. Everything I thought I wanted to happen happened, or then some. So what's next? Write your what's next in here. Retire my husband, SD. I love that. Financial freedom. Valerie, get the $10,000 bonus. To be debt free. Yep, that's awesome. Quit my day job. Zero debt and a dream home. Be debt free. Guys, I love these. Pay off the house. I'm gonna retire my boo. Okay, so here's the hope, and here is what we get to do in this business, right? The hope is that today can be better than yesterday, and tomorrow can be better than today, and I get a chance to do something about it. Okay, I have a role to play in that. We all have a role in making this business move forward. So we could sit here and we could have our goal, but if we're not willing to take some action, it won't happen. Okay, if we're not willing to make some changes, if we're not willing to, they'll say, you're always going to get, how does that say? Shoot, I feel like Sherry Lynn right now. What is it? Why do I not know? Somebody help me out with that statement, because I can't believe I'm blanking. You'll always get what you've always got if you always do what you've always done. There it is. Okay. So you'll always get what you've always got if you always do what you've always done. Thank you, Lacey. You're reading my mind for me. But that's kind of where we're at, right? How do we put actions to that? And what is our pathway to get there. Okay. So we have all these goals ranging from everywhere. Retiring husbands, being able to stay home, kids are going to college, retirement, new trucks, paying off houses, being debt free. Yeah, I love that. Being able to send my brothers on senior trips. Like, there is building a nest egg. All these things are incredible goals, and they're your goals. And you're so worthy of them, right? There has to take a moment where you're like, I can do this. There's nothing that's different about somebody else than me that I can't do this, and I'm not worthy of this. And so taking a moment to go, this is my goal. Okay. Now, when we talk about pathway, like in this business, how do you put feet to that goal? How do you do it? Okay. How do you be successful? How do you go to the next level in this business? Because you have a goal, and now we're going to tell you, how you can make that happen. And really, what It Works puts out there as an almost $1 billion company is our steps to success. So they're saying, if you want to be successful in this business, this is your goal. All right. And y'all, here it comes. All right. 4 LCs, 3 DTs. This is how we make the money go, Ruby, right? Say it again with me. Feel free if you want to even type it in there. But we got 4 LCs, 3 DTs. This is how we make the money go, Ruby. Okay. That's what you want to do. One, you want to go Ruby. You want to have that goal of those 4 loyal customers, those 3 distributors. And here's the deal. You want to do that as many times as you can in a month. All right. So if you're at a place, I know there's people, I'm pretty sure there's people on here who've already done their steps to success this month. Am I right in that? Is there anybody out here that's saying that? Or if there's some close, I've been seeing some enrollments come in. You want to do that as many times as possible. So when we say our steps to success, 1, you join the party, right? So you pay whatever it was you paid. And again, for some of you that are new on here, that's the hardest step. That's what they'll always say is number 1, taking that step to join this business is probably the hardest thing in the business that you'll ever do, because you're putting yourself out there at a new place. Okay. So you're joining the business, and then you're enrolling 4 loyal customers, and you're enrolling 3 team members. And then you want to do that again and again and again. And so it's like, okay, I get it. Like, I get it. That steps to success. That's what my goal is. And some months we meet it. Some months we triple it. Some months we fall a little short. But you just don't give up. Okay. That's one of the major things you want to do in the business. That's what I will tell you. For me, 5 years in, the only mistake I haven't made is the only mistake that I haven't made is to quit. Okay. And that's the only mistake you don't want to make. All right. You want to keep going. You want to keep showing up. You want to do it. You want to have that drive behind you. That's why it's important to know what your goal is. That's why it's important to go, okay, this is the goal. This is what I want. This is the one thing I want to change. And it may be big and it may be little, but that's okay. Whatever it is that keeps you motivated to keep showing up. You know what? Sometimes my goal has nothing to do with finances. Sometimes my goal is like, man, my 14-year-old and 11-year-old have seen me work at this every day when I felt like it, when I don't. And on the days I don't want to lately, I'm like, I can't quit now. They're watching me. Sometimes that's my goal. I want them to see a mom and a woman who will be consistent and not jump from thing to thing, but just keep showing up, so keeping that goal in front of you. So tonight, we're going to get to hear from 2 people that have been killing their steps to success, killed it last month, and what they're doing to enroll those loyal customers and distributors, because you can, right? Who on here, I don't know, you can even just raise your hand on the screen, or you can say me. Who on here has at least enrolled a loyal customer? Yeah. Guess what? If you've done it once, you can do it again, right? Who on here has enrolled a DT? Yeah. Right? Look at all these me's coming up. Yeah. And if you've done it once, you can do it again. You know how to do it. Okay. You just got to keep doing it. You got to find out your numbers and stuff, but you can do it. That's the biggest thing I want for right now for everybody to go, okay, whatever cap you have on that says, yeah, but yeah, but me, that brings an excuse. Let's take that cap off for a second and go, I can do this. I can do this. And I can do more and better. I'm using all the bad English, all right? But I can do more than what I've done before. I'm stronger than I was before. I'm more equipped than I was before, all right? So let's just all agree that tonight, instead of coming in here with our excuses and everything that we think is why we can't do it, let's leave all those aside for a second, all right? Let's take the weight of all that off for a second and go, okay, I can do this. I can do this. Because you can. Right. Ain't nothing wrong with you, boo. All right? You can do this. Okay? Okay, so tonight we're going to hear from Valerie and we're going to hear from Julie, who have been some of our top DT and loyal customer enrollers, which that's your steps to success. And we're going to hear about what they've done to do this and listen to them. Okay, but I will tell you, one of the most freeing things I ever heard was Pam Souter when I was a triple diamond. I'd just gone triple. And she was like, at the time, social media was this kind of new thing that was infiltrating into the company. Okay. And she was like, I'm a party girl. Like, I'm just going to keep doing parties. If I was just joining this business, I'm going to keep doing what my strength is because I know what it is. And so sometimes we hear all this, but we got to keep doing what our strength is. Whatever you've been doing to enroll, if you're enrolling that way, keep doing that, okay? Sometimes we get all caught up in like the new shiny thing. We forget to do what we know to do. Okay, so just remind yourself that really quick too. All right, okay, that's enough for me. Let me get off of my soapbox. And let's hop over. Okay, Valerie, I believe that I made you a co-host, so you should be able to unmute yourself. Can you? Or no? Maybe not? Let me look you up. Look at, there's 154 of us on here on a November. That makes me pumped. Okay.
Oh, now, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay.
I'm like, where'd you go? I'm gonna move this to speak. There you go. Hey, girl.
Hi.
Congratulations. You just promoted to Emerald.
Thank you.
That's so exciting. You know what? I will tell you this. Emerald is one of the hardest jumps to make in the business. Anybody that goes Emerald can go anywhere else in the business because you go from I'm making myself Ruby to helping to duplication. And that's right where you're at. And so, girl, we're going all the way. So any of you guys that are Rubies on here ready to make that next jump, one, you can. Okay. There's plenty of us that have made it, but two, no, it takes a little bit of growth and you can do that too. So congratulations. Yay. Okay. Tell us when did you join this business and how did you join?
So I joined July 31st.
Okay.
So I had a good friend that had just joined and I was actually talking to her about buying products and she said, well, if I actually have a half off code, so, like you would get this price, which is the same price as a distributor. And I was like, oh, well, how do I become a distributor? And she told me, so I just joined right there.
I love that. So a simple extra question. How many people on here are like, man, somebody asked me and I really wasn't thinking about it, but I went for it. If that's you, put it out there. Because I'm like, man, that's so cool. So she just turned it. You're signing up to be a loyal customer. And she goes, why not be a distributor if you want to?
Yeah.
Were you scared or were you like, oh yeah, I can do this?
Well, actually, I had been seeing Tessie, which is her upline. I had been following her for like a while. So like I'd already seen some of it. So when she asked me, I was like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll do it. I have hunger. And you know what? That's one of the key things when you're talking to people who are thinking about doing the business. There is parts of it that people see somebody else, but because you're somebody they know a little closer range, they're like, okay, I'm going to do it. And so don't ever discount people. That's what I always tell people when they're like, but I know a lot of people doing it. I'm like, but your friends and family will trust you. And so if they're not a part of it yet, we'll put it out there. Okay, I love that. So July. So you're going for the bonus then, right?
Yes, this month.
That's so exciting. How many? So people who joined in July and August still have the opportunity to go for that $10,000 bonus. So is there any of you guys out there that are looking at that? You still have that option. That's so super exciting. Okay, so you joined and what? What did you do when you joined? Did you sit quiet? Did you not do anything, or were you like,
no. I went straight to work. When I joined, they were just ending the month, so I didn't learn host to post until I had already been in a week when I learned host to post. And I watched the videos. I got on all the Zooms. I got on all the new DT trainings. We have a group chat. We message in all day long, so I was very active in that. And I just learned everything I could from watching videos and listening to my upline. And I just started host posting my tail off. So I signed 25 customers my first month, and I knew 2 of them. So everyone but those 2, and I didn't even ask friends and family. Like they said, here, send this message to your friends and family. I didn't send them that. I send them host post messages. So I signed 25 and only knew 2 of them because I did host post for all the rest.
I love that. Okay, so that was your first month, right? What about last month? Because I'm sure it went down from your first month, right? Because you were just
no. So my first month was August. September, I did 29 LCs and went Ruby.
Yep.
And then the last month in October, I signed 50 LCs and went Emeralds.
50 LCs and went Emerald by doing host to post.
Yes.
That's amazing. Okay,
all by doing host to post.
Tell us how you generally do host to post. Are you putting that really quick? If there's anybody new who's on here, okay, right now with host to post, what we have for the month of November is we're giving away $100 every week, okay? So for anybody who will put up a post for you, they get entered into a drawing. So they put up a post for you. It allows you, it's like a friend referral, but on social media. So these people are referring you, and it allows you to add people who are now interested in our product, right? So if we're putting up a post that says, hey, want to lose 20 pounds by Christmas, the people who are responding that are people who want to get healthy by Christmas. Guess what we sell? Health and wellness products, right? People who want to grow out their hair. Guess what we sell? Okay, so anyway, so there's lots of different ways though you can get people to post for you. So what do you do to get people to host a post for you?
Okay, so I do one of 2 things. I like to do a giveaway post every other day, and I like to increase my friends list by at least 100 before I do a new giveaway post. Because fresh fish jump first.
Yes, fresh fish jump first. You're so right. And I love that. I love that tip. So as somebody new, you're still growing your market on Facebook, obviously. So you're making sure you're adding about 100 friends. So for anybody who is not at 5,000 friends on Facebook, that is one of the goals you want to get to, okay? And every time you add about 100 more, and that is a magic number, every time you add about 100 more, putting up a new post, it gets different people seeing that. So you're getting into different markets. Okay, love that. So every other day, you're adding people, which is part of doing host to post, and then you are putting up a post. Okay, so that's one of the ways.
Yes. And the other way is I'll literally just go down my friends list and ask everyone to host a post. I usually like to send out at least 60 messages a day asking people to host a post. Okay. And I break it up into chunks. So I do it around 12, 3, and 6. Because I feel like those are popular times for people to be on their phone. Towards the end of October, though, because I was trying to get the rest of my BV for Emerald, I started going 9, 12, 3, and 6. Okay. So I'm probably going to do that all month since I'm going for Diamond this month.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send out 30 messages at those 3 times and get up as many host posts as I can. Okay. I usually use the same host post every time.
All right. What post do you do?
So I did the coffee one in the beginning, and then I did the 30 pounds in 90 days, and now I'm doing who wants to lose 20 pounds by Christmas.
Okay. The one Liz talked about last week.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's the script you're using. Someone's saying, where do you find your new friends? Which I think is a very valid question.
I either add from friends of friends. I sometimes add in groups. And then I get from like advertisements also. So it's like a all over the place kind of thing.
Right. I love that. Okay, so you're adding friends. So your loyal customers you're getting from host to post.
Yes.
Pretty much straightforward. That's where they're all coming from. Okay, I love
Yes.
that. Okay, and how many DTs have you signed since you?
Well, so in October I got 8 DTs.
Okay, and now how did you do that?
I ask everyone. So if someone hosts a post for me, as soon as they're done, I say, "Would you be interested in earning $500 to $2,000 a month?"
Okay.
And then I also go down my friends list, and if they didn't host a post for me, I ask them to be a DT.
Okay, so if they say no, I don't want to host a post,
No, if they just don't respond to my message at all, I send out a DT message.
You're like, I just do it. I just do the thing. I remember, how many years ago would this be now? 3 years ago? When Danielle went presidential, and we would be like, I'll say, hey, your hair looks so pretty in your pictures or whatever. You're so da 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 da. And she's like, all the fluff doesn't get me as much as just asking people, want to be a product tester, want to earn money, so you're reminding me a little bit of that. And I love that. So you're not prejudging. You're not sitting there worrying, what is this person going to think of me? What if they say no? What if you're not asking yourself any of those what ifs?
Nope. I don't look at their Facebook before I send. I just go down my list and send.
Okay. You're just bold and you got it. And that's pretty much where it is. So when they say yes, what do you say to them? What do you do then?
For LC or DT?
A DT.
I send one initial script that explains like the gist of what we do. And then from there, I do voice messages.
Okay.
So after the first one, I just voice message from there on out.
So what is that first, your first ask is just, hey, would you be interested? Is it you'd be interested or do you want to make?
Hey, would you be interested in earning an extra $500 to $2,000 a month?
Okay. So that's your first ask. And then if they say yes, then you send another little script generally?
Yes. It just is like a basic, like what I do is promote products for It Works and, just the basic outline of what we do.
That same pretty much script that's like in all our power hours.
Yes.
If people actually used it, like went to the message part where people said send messages now instead of just go commenting on everybody's posts. That part. You gotta be signing more DTs, and we'll go through that. Sometimes I'm like, I didn't ask anybody on that power hour. Whoops. Okay. I have my times where I put it in there, but okay. So great. And that's right there. And then generally you're voice memoing like price, or are you voice memoing if they have more questions, or how does that come about?
I just explain everything we do, how we post about the products in the business, how you have a website when you join set up, products are shipped for you, how we have Zoom meetings with our team, how we have a group message with our team, all the extra incentives, the incentive trip, wrap rewards, just everything. That's great about the business.
Yeah, there's no risk right now. Like there's literally no risk. And so you weren't waiting to go, man, I can't ask anybody to join me because I don't know what to tell them to do.
No,
you're like, we have everything they need to know what to do, right? Like,
yes.
don't get hung up. So for anybody that's there, like going, I'm worried, I don't know what to tell them to do. Yeah, you do. You know how to tell them to get a loyal customer. You know how to tell them to get a DT. You know how to tell them to hop on Tip from the Top or hop on Power Hour with us. Just be on there with them and keep going for it. Okay, I love that. Okay, so what would you say, have you met any of your goals since you've joined? Have you went, man, I really wanted one of these things to happen and something's happened yet?
I mean, just promoting and actually making money. Actually making the extra money, the bonuses, and just stuff like that. And steps to success. I was super excited about my first steps to success. And last month I got 2, almost 3, and I was so pumped about that.
Yeah, you're killing it. So you're setting those goals and you're meeting them, and you're not necessarily lowering the bar. You're raising the work level.
Yes.
And Yeah.
And my number one goal last month was to get 2 LCs a day.
Okay.
So I wanted, yeah, 60. So I mean, I got 50. So I was still pretty pumped about that.
Okay. So I love that because we talk about that a lot. And I know I'm referencing Danielle again when she talked at conference about, was it Stephen Furtick's wife that was like, I'm going to read so many books a month, or I'm going to work out so many days a week. But then like the number was a little bit lower than what she set. A lot of times if we set like, okay, my goal is to do the steps to success, right? Like, my goal is to do the steps to success. Well, you might sign a DT and 4 LCs and then kind of feel like you're done. But if you're like, my goal is to sign, I'm not, my goal is to sign 10 DTs and 60 LCs. Well, what if you sign 30 LCs and 4 DTs? That could be way more than, so setting that bar a little bit high is always powerful. So I love that you did that because you're like, yeah, my goal was 60. I hit 50, but the month before I was 29 and the month before I was 25, so you're going up. I love that. Okay. Do you have anything you want to, any little tip or anything you want to share with everybody?
Sending links through Connects.
Okay.
I do not send steps to order products. I always send the link, and I feel like in the beginning, I sent steps and I would sit there and wait for people to order and they wouldn't. And I feel like it's just so much easier and more efficient for them to order with a link. So now I always send the link, and I feel like majority of the time they'll order.
And you're
just
sending
right
the
there.
link through Connect. Are you sending it on an email or in a text?
Yes, email.
On the
I
email.
always email.
So you're going, okay, you're ready to get your Fat Fighter and your Thermal Fight X. I'll send you a link to your email. What's your email address? Is that basically what you're saying?
Yes.
So 50 LCs and it's all going through email.
Yes.
Okay. So for anybody, when you go to Connect, right here, can you receive? Uh-oh. Okay, great. Mine's okay. Okay, well, mine shut down. Let's see. I don't know. Well, we could do, because I know on last week's you put up a little step-by-step how to show that, how to do that, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, and do you send it through Connect or paste it in a separate email?
I send it through Connect. I add them as a contact with their email in my Connect app, and then I just send it right from there. It's the easiest way to do it.
Yes, easiest, fastest, because you're like the time. That's like Grant Cardone. If I can make 20 calls in an hour and you can only make 10, I'm beating you to the punch. That's why I'm like, okay, I love WordBoard or what's the other thing that we say? Text replacement, because I'm like, yeah, I can send it faster. It's like the movie Pursuit of Happiness, where he doesn't put the phone down, but he just clicks it and makes it. If anybody's old enough to remember that movie, I'm like, that's a little business tip for you. Anything that saves you time so that you can do more. And so you're thinking, so now if they don't, this is a question, if they don't join when you're sending that email right away, where do you follow up with them? Do you follow up with them with the email or do you follow up with them?
So I talk with everyone through Facebook Messenger. So if they don't do it right away, I do the 2-day follow-up. And then I'll just go back and say, hey, did you figure out how to order or did you need any help?
Yeah, I love it. There it is. I mean, you can't get any more straightforward and simple than that. That's like your simple pathway to signing people. Putting your host to post up, asking people to be distributors if they want to make extra money. And you don't need to make it more complicated, right? A confused mind says no. So, and sometimes we're sitting there and we're trying to like over explain something. And they're like, you lost me at hello instead of you had me at hello. When you keep going. So I love that. Okay, everybody, Connect app is right there for you. And then host to post is there. We're still doing another contest, and use them to your advantage. Why not? I will tell you that helped me. I'm a little different than Valerie, and sometimes I still get stuck in my head, but I'm like, I don't care if somebody doesn't want to be in a drawing for $100 anymore. If they don't want to do that, I mean, oh well, so now I'm like, I just send it like crazy too. I like the little green people when they're on or whatever. Not that they're really green, but that green light that comes up on my messenger. So I love that. Thank you for being on with us tonight, and congratulations. And we're all cheering you on for Diamond. Girl, it's going to happen.
Thank you.
You're going to do this thing. Okay. We love you. All right, Julie. Can you unmute yourself?
Hi.
Yay. Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Awesome.
You're doing good. Okay, Julie, why don't you, I know we've been been talking about high enrollers and all those things the last month or so. A lot have been on a lot of Zooms with us, and you have been committed on Tuesday night. So why don't you tell everybody how many loyal customers and distributors you signed last month?
So I signed 31 loyal customers and 11 distributors.
Okay, so there you go. Those are pretty great numbers. I would take them. But that's really fun. Okay, and you have some things that are similar with Valerie, and you have some things that are a little bit different. And so when you first joined, what was a goal?
When I first joined, my goal was to make enough extra money to get my hair and nails done. Hair and nail money.
And when did that start happening? How many months in?
Like two or 3 months in, when I went Ruby, or a little before Ruby even.
Yeah, I love that, guys. What I love that I feel is important is we're talking about the business and we post about it and we tell different stories about it. Everybody has a different story. Like I think of Julie, she's like, I wanted hair and nail money. Or I think of Jen Whistler, who's like, I just wanted to like bring something into our family income, or maybe buy my husband a present. Like how fun is that to do, you know? And I also think of a girl on my team, Melissa, that was like, I just wanted to throw a birthday party for my daughter because I didn't have the money to do it. And that's what I was hoping to do. And so there are so many reasons to jump in and join, and there you are. So now what's your goal?
Oh my goodness. Now my goal is, I put it in the chat earlier, but just to, when it's time, when God, Lord willing, we have a baby, that I am able to fully replace my income and stay at home with a future family. So that's what I'm working for right now.
Yeah. Hey, Valerie, I know we didn't talk, but just put in the chat, are you at home right now, or do you have any other job or anything like that? I know for you guys that don't know, Julie was working full-time when she joined. Mm-hmm. And so she's been able to go part-time, which is huge. So she is still, last month, when we think about that, so 11 distributors, 31 loyal customers while working part-time.
Mm-hmm. And I worked full-time up till Diamond, almost double.
Yeah. And Valerie works part-time too. And so that's awesome, y'all. Julie, everybody's asking, when did you join? And so really quick.
Yeah, so I joined last week was my 3-year anniversary. So I joined 3 years ago. I'm a triple diamond.
Yeah. Yay! Go Prez.
Yeah.
On to ambassador.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, okay, why don't you tell us how, I know you could talk about how you do your host to post and stuff too.
Yeah. And so I sign the majority of my customers also through host to post. So if you're not doing it, get on the train. I did the same host to post all month long. I did hair, skin, and nails. And I use my own results photos.
Okay, so when people are posting, do you want to grow your hair? They're posting your before and after picture.
Well, I'm not having them posted. I'm doing the one with the notches, pick your number of where you want your hair to grow. But when I'm personally message them, when they want more info, it's in that first message with more info. I say, and check out my results. Mm-hmm. I send them my 90-day results and my 1-year results.
Okay, I love that. So y'all, if you've been around at all or ever heard me run this, I don't think I've ever done a tips from the top without saying it. So here's my plug for it. If the product isn't changing your life, the business probably isn't going to be either. And so you having those before and afters is a game changer for you. Mm-hmm. I remember Cheyenne Knox, we were talking to her after our training. She did her own host to post, but she actually had people post her before and after picture for the host to post too, which is wild. So you're saying here, hey, this is what I'm using. So who here has like lost some weight or grown their hair or anything like that since you've joined the company? How you can say, I've lost this many pounds, like Tessie's lost 11 pounds. Yep, 17 pounds. So do you have before and afters? And are you sending them with your host-a-post? Because I would suggest, from hearing what Julie's saying, is a great advantage would be to host-a-post the product that you're using.
Yeah. And if you don't have your own results, like get with a friend who has results and say, here are my friend Lacey's results. Here are my friend Julie's results. That's what I send my team to. I'm like, use my results. Say, here are my friend Julie's results. That way it just makes it personal. Like someone you actually know has the results. I think that helps a ton.
I agree 100%. I send your hair and scale, the hair, skin, and nails before and after too. Okay. And you also have been upselling the hair, skin, and nails.
Yes. And I upsell it with the celery. And again, that's just something that I personally love and that I fell in love with. Like before our new beauty line came out, hair, skin, and nails and celery has done incredible things for my skin. So I feel like I'm super excited about the celery. I love it. I use it every day. And so therefore I'm successful with upselling it because I love it so much. And I think it's a great pairing with the hair, skin, and nails.
I love it. I love it. And then, are you following up?
Yes, always. I think I've even got a little more diligent with it lately. I'll just have my planner out when I'm talking to someone. Anytime I'm having like a good conversation with someone, I write their name down for the next day. Like I've always followed up just, once a week I go back in I flip through my notebook and I just kind of follow up with everyone. But anytime I'm like, ooh, this is a good conversation, I open my planner or write them down for the next day because I don't want to forget about them. So I think it keeps those conversations a little more fresh too.
I love that. Okay. So then the next day, what are you sending them?
Depending on where the conversation left off, just, hey, are you still interested in more info on the blank? Okay. Or want to get started on the blank.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. Okay. So moving on from loyal customers, how did you sign this is one of my favorite things because this is one of my favorite ways to sign distributors. So tell everybody how you signed. You said 9 of your DTs, you think?
Yeah. So 9 of the 11 DTs were my customers first. So, just like Valerie was saying, she was going to sign up as a customer, sign up as a distributor. But I reached back out to my customers and asked them if they want to upgrade their account to a distributor to make money and use the product. Super, super simple. I always do it if they message me and they tell me how much they're loving the product. I'll do it right then. Or I like to do it, I write their auto shipments down in my planner, and I like to do it on the 3rd or, before the 4th auto shipment. I'll always ask them as well. But yeah, reaching out to my loyal customers, y'all, if you're not doing that, you're missing out.
Yeah. Because they're already bought in at a certain level. And so that is an easy ask. And so that's something I challenge everybody to do tonight, is take a moment and message a few loyal customers and ask them if they're interested in joining the business.
Yeah, you'll be really surprised.
Yes. Okay. And then your other DTs.
Yeah, so other DTs are probably mostly from Instagram stories. Mm-hmm. So utilizing stories, I put something about my personal story in my Instagram story every day. Or something about the business in general, but I try to make it personal a lot.
So what does that look like?
So a couple slides using the Unfold app or the free version of Over. I haven't bought the upgraded version yet, but I will. Just typing my story out on some different slides. My name is Julie. I joined this business 3 years ago. My goal was this. Here's what I'm doing now. Here's my goal. And just putting it in my Instagram story, really, really simple. It's not complicated. But I think that personal element in the stories people connect to. And I always get messages from those because people are better able to connect with you than when you're just sharing those generic, kind of business stories.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same like posting. So it's always great to put out there like, hey, you want to earn, even if you put a Valerie's message as a post, like anybody on my newsfeed want to earn $500 to $2,000 a month. You want to put stuff out there like that because it grabs certain people, but you also want to make your post personable. So if you have on your wall, like, man, I'm so excited I joined this business for hair, skin, and nails money. Little I know that, like a year later, I was able to start working part-time, and now I'm working towards replacing my income.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking for a few people that want to earn some extra money too, or something. I don't know. But you always put a call to action on those stories?
Yes. Yep. Always either a poll, or I've been liking lately the little question thing where they have to type in the response, because that's so easy for people to just type a word in there.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Okay, awesome. So what's something I will say this. Sherry Lynn and I were talking about you the other day. And she's like, I think she's just like got that business side of her that like she's just gonna do her tasks no matter what.
Yeah.
And you just don't make them optional, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm very disciplined, but that doesn't mean that I'm like super organized.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what I need to accomplish, and I make it a priority to get it done. And usually for me, that looks like making a list, like in my planner, write out the things I need to do that day. I need to message, 60 people. I need to add 100 friends. I'll write that down in the morning or the night before, and I make sure I do it.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not going to go to bed, or I'm not going to do, whatever. I'm not going to come in the house before these things are done. Right. Julie's one of the people. So for all you guys working, she always talks about, when I pull up to the house, I'll finish some things so I can go in the house and be present for a little bit, but I also have the things done. And that's one of the ways that she still has a part-time job, is still a successful business owner in the company, and still investing in her marriage and in ministry she's a part of and everything else. Able to put that time in there. And so you can have a successful business and it not run your life completely, which is exciting when you're disciplined. And y'all can do it. Okay. You want to tell everybody something? You just want to go something for the month, something about getting their steps to success, making that their goal?
Kind of thinking. I wrote down, kind of what we talked about is just getting your personal results, finding a product that you fall in love with, commit to yourself, be disciplined in using the product every day. If you're not using the product every day, make that a discipline of yours. Like when you're excited about the products, you're going to get other people excited. It's the products that I'm most excited about that I sell the most of, because people can tell you're excited. So I think that would be my biggest thing, do something purposeful. Even I purposefully cut my hair so that I could grow it out. Do stuff that you could be very purposeful about it. Prove to people that the products work. And when you're excited about something, other people will get excited too. And so I think that would be my tip.
I love it. Use the product and get excited about it. Because if you use it consistently, you will be excited about it 100%, because it does work. It's not going to work if it's sitting on your shelf, but it does work as you take it. And so I love that. Show us how long it is now. That's so wild. Hair, skin, and nails.
I cut it to my collarbone a year and a half ago. So it's grown this much.
That's amazing. Isn't that awesome? Okay. It's beautiful. Okay, Julie, thank you so much for just sharing with us some of your tips tonight.
Yeah,
and
thank you. Someone
did ask, do you have a specific script that you send? He's like, in 90 days. So, hey, Kelly Brown has some crazy results of 30 days of just using the hair, skin, and nails. It's 2 inches longer. I can't even get over that one sometimes when I see it. But okay. Do you have a specific script you send those loyal customers?
Loyal customers, on host to post.
To be distributed when you're
Oh, to be a distributor. Yeah, I just say like, hey, I know you've been using and loving the product. Just wanted to reach out and say I think you'd be great at what I do. Um, have you ever thought about making some extra money from your phone? Or, or have, what's the other one I used? I just said the other day. Have you thought about, or would you want to upgrade your account to a distributor to make money and use the product? Is another way I word it too.
Make money and use the product, continue to use the product. That's so good. I love it. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm like, I got things. I know. I'm like, I got goals. I got some stuff I got to do tonight before I go to bed, make sure I'm doing tomorrow, learning some things. So gosh, learning so much from you guys and just wanting to put it out there, y'all. Again, our steps to success. 4 LCs, 3 DTs. This is how we make the money. Go Ruby. For anybody who hasn't seen that before, as we're, a Ruby chart looks like this, right? So for anybody that's on here new, a Ruby is a distributor who has signed 3 distributors with having an overall, what we would call BB, or you could call points of 2,000. And at least 400 being under every one of these legs, okay? That's a Ruby. Now, when you're looking at, once you go Ruby, then you're gonna teach other people to go Ruby. And when you're teaching them to go Ruby, I wanna show you an emerald, okay? Is you still have those 3 people right there, but you taught 2 people to go Ruby. That's all an emerald is 2 rubies. And then, then you teach somebody to go diamond, or you go diamond because you now not only have 2 rubies, you have 3. All right. So the success in this business is learning, 1, how to go Ruby if you haven't gone yet. And we talked about ways that you sign loyal customers and distributors tonight. And then you teach people to do the same thing. And so there's duplication there. And that's how you go from newbie to Ruby to diamond. And you just keep repeating those steps. And I'll be the first to tell you, sometimes I get all caught up and go, I must be doing this all wrong. And I get all over the place. And I go, man, keep it simple, Stacy. You just keep going for those steps to success. And once you hit one, then you have the next goal again to hit it as many times as you can in the month. You want to do your steps to success. And so, how do you do that? Okay. 1, you want to show that your store is open. How do you show that your store is open? You post. You want to post every day. You want to post about the business. You want to post about the products, and you want to post about your life. Okay. You can do pop-ups like they're talking about. Okay. That's a way to show that your store is open. You can go to events. You could go, there's lots of, actually ways you can have a booth that's actually free. Like if you look up races that are going on, like tons of those, like 5Ks or anything local to you, even Christmas craft shows, all these things, have a sip and sample. Those are all ways you can show that your store is open. You can invite people to and be a part. So you're posting, you're doing things in person. You can wear your gear, right? You can wear your gear. I mean, is Story still on here? Story signed up because Sherry was wearing an It Works shirt. I mean, basically that's it. Someone asked her about it. Sherry was telling them about It Works, and Story chased her down, I think in the parking lot, was like, I need to know about this business. Okay. So wearing your gear, and Story's a double diamond, about to go triple on this team. So, you want to do all the things that shows your store is open. You can give out samples, all right, or sell samples. And one of the greatest things that I did while I was working, for anybody who doesn't know, I was a receptionist for the year that I started this business before it more than tripled my income as a receptionist. And I was able to not do that job anymore. But drinking my greens in a clear container. There wasn't coffee back then, okay? So we had our greens. I had my thermal fit, it was called. I love that for my mood enhancing, and that still has that. But take your products in front of people, all right? That's a huge way to show that your store isn't open. You want to invite. So both Julie and Valerie talked a lot about that. And again, I'll just say everybody deserves an invite. everybody wants to be invited, even if they can't go, but leave the decision up to them. So you can send out messages. And then I was reminded today on an ambassador chat that I was on, if you just joined and you talk to people on the phone and they're your best friends and that's how you communicate with them, or your family or your mom or your sister, call them and ask them to do the business with you. Tell me of something exciting to share with them. If you normally text those people, text them. So know your list. Send the invites out. Ask. You're going to need to follow up. Okay. Hey, I'm putting in orders today. Do you want me to add yours? Hey, are you still interested in, right? That was what Julie was talking about. Invite them to online parties when we have those things going on so they can learn more about it, especially distributors. Okay. Actually, that's what I do with a ton of my loyal customers, y'all. Is I'll invite them to hear more about products and stuff. Hey, I know you're enjoying the coffee. If you want to come on this event, you'll hear about all the other great products we have. Anything like that. So people checking in that way. So use that to your advantage. One of my favorite follow-ups that I'm using right now for distributors is just this. Hey, I know before wasn't the right time, but maybe it is now. I have to tell you, we just came out with a new product called Carb Control, and anybody that joins before Thursday is going to get that for free, along with all the other products they already get. So that's one of my favorite follow-ups right now. And I voice memo everything, guys, and so it's not written out. So I'm a total voice memoer, probably because I'm driving all the time and it's just faster for me. But following up, you want to grow your market. And so Valerie hit on that. I'm sure Julie's growing her market, but those fresh fish, they jump first. Free before Thursday, I think through Thursday, okay? So y'all, we need to jump on that. Tonight, that's your things. You want to message your loyal customers and you want to follow up with potential DTs and tell them that that deal is going on. We should have an explosion of new people in Diamond Empire over the next few days. Grow your market. You can grow that online. So Valerie talked about ways to do that tonight, adding from friends of friends, not It Works friends. All right, we don't all need to be dipping from the same pond. There's lots of ponds out there. But advertisements, people you went to high school with, not other people doing the business, getting in groups, all those kinds of ways. That's how you can do that online. But then also go places, meet people in person, okay? Talk to the person who cuts your hair, or people you interact with every day, or sometimes just show up, right? Sometimes we want to like stay in here in our phones, and sometimes it's just really good to show up and be places and go to the events and the parties. And you know what? All these holiday craft shows going on, what if you like just wore your It Works or put, shirt and went to those and talk to people about whatever they're selling, but you might have some people show up and ask you, but you can add them to your Facebook and they can see all that stuff going on. And you want to grow. All right. So you're going to show that your store is open. You're going to invite people. You're going to follow up. You're going to grow your market. And then lastly, you're going to grow yourself. All right, that's one of the key things you want to do to be doing your steps to success. Why? Because you're stronger now than you were before. So if you're at the gym and you're still lifting a 2-pound weight and you've been lifting that 2-pound weight for 6 months, you're not getting any stronger. All right, so just know sometimes we're mentally stuck somewhere, but we're way stronger than where we are mentally. Okay, so just know you can do more. You can do more than you think. You need to re-observe. Okay, I remember, I don't know where I've shared this, but I remember when I read that whole thing about being on the mountaintop and wanting to get to the next mountain. And my thought wasn't like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go back through the valley. My thought was like, I don't know if I can climb up another mountain. I'm not so worried about going down. I know I can get down, but going back up. And I remember the Lord gently whispering to me and saying, Stacy, you're not going to be who you are now on the other side of that valley. You're going to be stronger. And so don't think now, that you don't think about what you can accomplish then, because you're going to be different. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be better. And so do those things to grow your mindset. Listen to great podcasts, listen to things that are inspiring, surround yourself with a great circle, that kind of stuff. and it's like stretching. I don't know what else to say. Issa was at the end at a cross country meet. That's my 14-year-old. And she goes, Mom, why am I not getting faster? She asked me, and I'm like, well, you're not as tired at the end of the race. That's why you're not getting faster. You're keeping the same time because you are getting stronger, but you're not pushing yourself the same way that you're pushing yourself at the beginning. And sometimes we need to step back and take an evaluation that way and go, man, why isn't this growing? Well, if you're kind of doing the same thing, but you're stronger, you might be getting stuff done faster. But maybe it's time to challenge yourself with something more. And so put yourself out there. So know what your goal is, know your pathway, and then decide that you're going to do it because you can and you will. And when you do, like Joey would say, to God be the glory. Let me pray for y'all tonight. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this team of incredibly inspiring people who all have goals that range all over the place. Dreams. You have people that you would love to be a part of this team with us, that would love to be, that are praying right now for ways to make a little extra money. I know there's people on here that's what they were doing. They were praying for a way, and this so happened that somebody popped up on their Instagram or on social media or sent them a text. And there's more out there. And God, I pray that you would just open our mind, I pray, and hearts to those people. I pray that you would bless the works of their hand as they're going to work. And I pray that you would just continue to give them peace. And if, Lord, there's anybody out there just questioning and feeling really alone, I pray that you would give them the strength to whisper your name. And because your presence brings so much joy and healing and peace in whatever they might be going through. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. Yay, we're ready to go this November. Anybody want to put their goal back out there again? Just put it on out there as we're hopping off, because I believe in your goal. I believe you're worth it. So call to action, reach out to those loyal customers, ask them to be DTs, follow up with those potential distributors about the new thing coming out, the product that we can do, the carb control. All right, look, I'm loving these. Let's do this. We're going to rock this. We're going from newbie to ruby to diamond and on, and we're going to keep teaching everybody what to do. But those two things I would really love you guys to do tonight. And then Julie and Valerie, any of those kind of scripts that we've shared in here, if you will, I'll post this recording tonight or tomorrow, if it all works good. Joey's not here, so I can't guarantee it will be up tonight because I am good at messing a lot of technical things up. But we'll put some other scripts under there, right? So again, Valerie and Julie, thank you. And y'all, we're doing this thing. We're gonna rock November. We just keep calling it Movember. More Movember, okay? Let's just get some more. All right, love y'all.